The Mouse That Roared, Disney's Legacy and the Current Storm. For decades, Disney has been more than just an entertainment giant. It's a cultural institution, a beacon of imagination and creativity. From childhood classics to blockbuster franchises, Disney's impact is undeniable. Generations have grown up with its stories, characters and magic. But lately, there's a new narrative swirling around the Magic Kingdom. Controversy. The once unassailable giant now finds itself in the eye of a storm. It seems like you can't talk about Disney without sparking a debate. Opinions are divided and emotions run high. Are they ruining their legacy, or are they simply evolving with the times, adapting to a changing world? The question remains, is Disney losing its magic, or is it just transforming into something new? Buckle up, folks. We're diving into the wonderful, messy world of Disney in the 21st century. It's a journey filled with nostalgia and uncertainty. Remember the warm, fuzzy feeling of watching The Lion King as a kid? The sense of wonder and joy it brought? Remember believing in magic, even if it was just for a couple of hours? Those moments felt timeless. Yeah, well, those days might be gone. The magic seems to be fading for some. Today, Disney faces accusations of pushing a woke agenda, alienating longtime fans and losing touch with its roots. Critics argue that Disney is sacrificing storytelling for the sake of social justice, and that it's no longer the company they once loved. It's a complicated issue with no easy answers. The debate is fierce, and the stakes are high. But one thing is for sure, Disney is at a crossroads. Its future hangs in the balance, and only time will tell which path it will take. To infinity and beyond. Controversy? Examining recent Disney films? Let's talk about the elephant-sized Space Ranger in the room Lightyear. The Toy Story spin-off, meant to explore Buzz's backstory, faced backlash for featuring a same-sex kiss. This moment sparked heated debates about representation in children's media. Then there's the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, which drew criticism for casting a black actress as Ariel. This casting choice led to discussions about race and tradition in beloved stories. And let's not forget Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which some felt tarnished the legacy of the franchise with its portrayal of an aging Indiana Jones and a female villain. Fans were divided over whether the film honored or harmed the iconic character. These films, while commercially successful, ignited a firestorm of debate. Box office numbers soared, but so did the controversies. Social media became a battleground for opposing viewpoints. Platforms like Twitter and Facebook were flooded with passionate arguments. Some praised Disney for its commitment to diversity and representation. They saw these films as a step forward in inclusivity. Others accused the company of bowing to political correctness and betraying its original vision. Critics argued that Disney was losing its magic by trying to please everyone. The message was clear. Disney's attempts at inclusivity were being met with both applause and outrage. The debate over the direction of Disney films continues to rage on. The inclusivity question: genuine progress or corporate lip service? Here's the million-dollar question. Is Disney's push for inclusivity genuine or just a calculated business move? Are they truly committed to reflecting the diversity of their audience? Or are they simply hopping on the woke bandwagon to appease a certain demographic and boost their bottom line? The cynic in us might see it as a cynical cash grab. After all, Disney is a corporation, and corporations are in the business of making money. But there's also evidence to suggest that Disney is making a genuine effort. They've introduced more diverse characters, storylines, and even behind-the-scenes talent. The question remains, is it enough? And more importantly, is it done well? The jury is still out and the debate rages on. Those were the days, the allure of classic Disney and its magic. Let's be honest, there's a certain magic to classic Disney films that seems to be missing in some of their recent releases. Think Snow White, Cinderella, The Jungle Book. These movies weren't just entertaining, they were enchanting. They transported us to worlds of wonder and imagination. They taught us about good versus evil, the importance of family, and the power of dreams. These films, for all their simplicity, had a certain depth and resonance. They weren't afraid to tackle complex themes, but they did so with a light touch and a sense of optimism. They left us feeling inspired, hopeful, and maybe a little bit more believing in the magic of life itself. It's this magic that many fans feel is lacking in today's Disney. Nostalgia. That warm, fuzzy feeling of longing for a simpler time. It's a powerful force, especially when it comes to something as deeply ingrained in our culture as Disney. For many fans, watching classic Disney movies is like taking a trip down memory lane. It's a way to reconnect with their childhoods and relive a sense of wonder that's often missing in adulthood. And let's be real, the internet is a breeding ground for nostalgia. You can't swing a dead cat online without hitting a meme about how much better things were back in the day. So it's no surprise that many fans are vocal about their preference for classic Disney. They miss the simpler stories, the catchy songs, and the characters that felt like friends. Section 6. The Balancing Act. Can Disney please everyone? Here's the thing about trying to please everyone. You can't. It's a fool's errand. No matter how hard you try, there will always be someone who feels left out or dissatisfied. And yet, Disney seems determined to walk this tightrope. They are constantly striving to find that perfect balance. They want to appeal to a new generation of viewers while also holding on to their loyal fan base. This means creating content that resonates with both young children and nostalgic adults. It's a delicate balancing act, and it's one they haven't always executed flawlessly. There have been missteps and controversies along the way. On one hand, Disney has a responsibility to evolve with the times. They need to stay relevant in a rapidly changing world. The world is a very different place than it was when Snow White premiered in 1937. Society's values and expectations have shifted dramatically. Representing diversity and inclusivity in their films is not just good business, it's the right thing to do. It reflects the world we live in today. On the other hand, Disney also has a responsibility to its legacy. They have a rich history that many fans hold dear. They can't simply abandon the elements that made their classic films so beloved. These timeless stories and characters are a big part of what makes Disney Disney. The challenge, then, is finding a way to bridge the gap between the old and the new. It's about honoring the past while embracing the future, and that's no easy feat. Section 7. The Power of Storytelling. Remembering Disney's core strength. At its heart, Disney is a storytelling company, and that's something that seems to get lost in all the noise and controversy. Whether it's a princess finding her prince, a toy on a quest to return to his owner, or a lion cub learning to embrace his destiny, Disney has always excelled at crafting stories that resonate with audiences of all ages. They understand the power of archetypes, of universal themes, of tapping into something deep within the human psyche. They know how to make us laugh, cry, and everything in between, and that's something they should never lose sight of. Section 8. Looking ahead. What does the future hold for the Magic Kingdom? So, what's next for Disney? It's hard to say for sure. Will they continue to push boundaries and challenge social norms? Will they return to their roots and focus on creating timeless classics? Or will they find a way to do both? One thing's for certain, Disney will continue to be a topic of conversation. They're too big, too influential, too ingrained in our cultural fabric to simply fade into the background. They will continue to make us think, to make us feel, and to spark debate. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Section 9. Join the conversation. What do you think about Disney today? Now it's your turn. What do you think about Disney's direction? Do you think woke culture is ruining the magic? Or is Disney simply reflecting the changing world around us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a conversation.